here at the workout wall area in the near traps, and in a turn of events, the route that we wanted to get on when we climbed Divine Wind, Forbidden Zone, which is right here, is completely dry. It actually, the crux holds seep, and it's just a dirty, disgusting, lichen-filled waterfall runoff area for this cliff. So it's like never open, 0 stars in the guide. We thought that it would be wet today, and I guess it's kind of high winds and there's enough sun out that it looks totally dry from here. This is actually the crux hold. It's a horrendous sloper from below. You have to make compression between this and the heel hook that you put in here. The other thing that we got going on is we're climbing with Adam and Tom, and Adam has been projecting Eraserhead, which is another really cool, very popular 12 over here, and he's going to get a clean lead on that today.
So today I'm going to go lead Eraserhead. Top roped it back in 2018 and did not think I would ever lead this thing ever in my life. Got into a bad climbing accident in 2020, back in February, actually almost 3 years from today, and today I'm actually going to give it a lead. Top roped it about a month ago. Top roped that one crux, hit the move about 5 times in a row, and then I knew it was actually truly possible for this to be my first 12A lead in the Gunks. Gear is awesome. So getting up to the crux, I think the biggest piece you can get is a 0.5, and then at the crux you've got this, I don't know how good of the pin it is, it's a little rusty, but then you could slam in a yellow Z4 right next to it. So got a piece right at your waist level, and then hit the bomber hold after the big dead point. You do gotta go quite a bit before you can get your next piece in. Probably gotta climb like 10, 15 feet or so with no gear. But then you get to a good stance, and then you can get in some good micro cams to pull the last 10 plus move.
And that's G-rated 5.12 in the Gunks, huh? 10, 15-foot runouts?
I'd consider that G-rated in the Gunks for the grade. Hell yeah.
All right, let's get after it.
Breathe. Come on, deep breath. Got this.
Good job on the second burn.
Thanks. Well, I'm glad you got me to go for that second burn, and it was definitely a high point because I actually got the hold. I just didn't hit it in the exact spot that I wanted to hit it. But every time I get on, it's getting better and better.
Yeah. Next session.
Next session.
No sends today. Adam put 2 really good red point attempts on Eraserhead. I actually linked and figured out the crucial data on the upper crux of Forbidden Zone, which I've been able to do it sporadically, and there was something that made it possible that I wasn't sure what it was. I figured out what that was today, so now I can do the upper crux consistently. There's also a really bad lower crux, which is super painful with really bad holds and really bad feet that I haven't been able to stick since I've begun projecting the route. And it's literally one move. It's a mile away to grab this hold. And I almost today grabbed the hold. I latched my fingers, over, and I just didn't commit to actually holding more than a few times. So I think when I have a little bit better shoes, my shoes are kind of shot, and just a little bit more try hard, I'll be able to do the lower crux and then just put them together. Tom and Sabrina got on Roseland, I think Shitface, and both of them tried Pain Strain. Both of them linked through the cruxes. So we're going to be back for a second session on Forbidden Zone, and hopefully I'm able to link it and maybe get a lead on it. So all in all, no sends, but great day out here, climbing Chaucy, lichen covered, bullshit. So.
So we're back in the Nears today. Eric and I are climbing this weekend, but today we are just here to support Adam on Eraserhead. He's gonna go for the lead again. He took a couple of falls last weekend at the crux, so super heartbreaking, but he's got this down by now. So today may very well be the day. It is sunny, not too cold, so hopefully he's got it in the bag. So let's go see.
Last time I hit the hold, but I didn't hit it high enough. I hit it kind of like my pinky wasn't really on it. So what I got to do is I actually got to shoot higher above it so that my hand lands on top of it like a jug. I got through everything. The lower section totally fine. Got to the crux, and I think I just didn't take a good enough rest. I think I also psyched myself out a little bit, and then I gave it a second go and just being a little clumsy, and then finally got the crux and it was fine. So just gotta take a better rest. So after the 6th lead attempt, I sent it, and it was just amazing. It flew super well. I knew where all the gear placements were in all spots. It came to the point where even most of the gear placements were blindly placed just because I knew exactly where they went. There was at one point where I got a really good rest and I was able to cool down for a bit. One of my biggest issues was mental up here. So I've been working through that the past couple of weeks, gave this route a break for a while. I talked to an old school climber in my gym, Bob Clark, and he ran me through some mental prep. And one of the things he talked to me about, which was playing a game in your head, rehearsing the entire route in your head. And if you get nervous or panic at any point on the route, restart the whole route in your head again and work through it over and over and over again. So I've been doing that for a while, to the point where I actually had a dream about it not too long ago, and I felt super good on it. So today I felt like was a good day. The sun went down a little bit, but temperatures were still pretty good. Wasn't windy at all. And just thought today would be a good day to get on it, and I guess it was. The crux felt super good. 2 days ago, I got out here and just did a few routes, and I decided to check out the crux again to see if I could find something different. So I tried to see if I could find a better foot. And so I was like scoping around, had my feet kind of spread out quite a bit like I normally do. So I hit the credit card crimp, and I looked down and I saw this like kind of in-cut foot chip. And so I pressed my foot on it, and then I hit the hold immediately. And it just didn't feel nearly as desperate as it did before. Let go, tried it again a couple of times, worked every time. took a rest, and then did it again, fired through the crux, went through the rest of the route, and it felt super good. So that was the big change that I made, was I found a better high foot to not make it so desperate. As I was floating through the route, it just felt like I could just do it in my head. It just felt like muscle memory.
Nice work! Oh my god! Hell yeah!
It felt fucking amazing. I have never sent a 12 on gear before. I knew exactly where every piece went, racked my harness up perfectly. I did get a little nervous at one point and just closed my eyes for a second, cooled down, came back to the rest, and then fired through the section, got the high foot, hit the hold perfectly. And in my head, I knew like I got it, but I have to stay calm because I have a reputation for messing up on the easier parts because I get too excited for actually sending my project. So I stayed cool, got through the rest of it, got to the anchor, screamed quite a bit. I actually shed a few tears. Don't make fun of me, but it was quite the experience for me, and I needed this, and it just felt so good.
So that's the story of Adam's success on Eraserhead in the near traps. That's actually a G-rated climb in the Gunks, and you might be wondering, oh, why are you headpointing G-rated routes in the Gunks? And the answer to that question is because this is the Gunks, right? G-rated route generally requires microcams in very specific placements that are technically safe, but without a much higher level of technical knowledge and ability. These routes really aren't G-rated. I mean, this Eraserhead itself has a 10 or 15-ish foot run out over a microcam and a rusty pin. I don't think anybody anywhere would consider that G-rated. But in the Gunks, that's G-rated. So good job, Adam. I was psyched to have you on Headpoint Handbook.